This is going to be interesting because there's 20-mile-an-hour winds out there. So I have no idea how much power I'm going to have and if we're going to be able to stay connected or if I'm going to be able to use anything electrical. So I thought, oh, what an adventure. Let's do it. So are you ready to get cooking? Is anybody cooking already? I've got a couple things that I want to do tonight. I've got Tom's dump soup. When I saw that yesterday, I thought I have to try his dump soup. So this is Tom and Tammy Kramer of Nutmeg Notebook. He was on the summit yesterday, which I highly recommend. All kinds of wonderful speakers. Chef A is putting on, as usual, top-notch summit this year. And it's the truth about weight loss, and Dr. Joan Upland, Dr. Alan Goldhammer, Dr. John McDougall, wonderful success stories. It's just great. Check in. It's free. So, I mean, just you can stop by and listen to some speakers. And if you want the whole summit, you can buy it and you have it forever. But if you just want to venture in there and find out about whole food plant-based eating, that's definitely something to give a try. So I'm imagine that all my buddies are busy doing other things because they probably watched the summit all morning and they need a break from this darn internet. But I wanted to make this stuff, so I thought, well, I'll put it on because if I post it on YouTube, you can watch it anytime you want. So no hurry and no worry. Where should I start? I think I'll start with the dump soup because that goes in the Instapot. So that's going to need a little bit of time in the Instapot. And he microwaves things, but our microwave isn't really working. So I'm going to go ahead and just steam the zucchini and bok choy on the stove. I'm going to put a little water in that, or I shouldn't say steam, I'm just going to boil it. So he does that. I think I won't get started because the Instapot's going to take a while to come up to speed. So I'll go ahead and do Instapot stuff here. Oh, look at that. We got some sunshine, of course, when I don't want the glare. Okay, so now in a 2-quart liner, which I've got here, and I can see if I can just do this so you can see what I'm putting in here. He's got a couple cups of water, so we can do that. We got 2 cups of water. Here we go. Just water. And he's got potato and carrots. So I cut up a couple of Yukon Gold potatoes, and I didn't have baby carrots, so I just took the regular carrots. And I've actually got celery in there and shallot. What the heck? And then Brussels sprouts. I've got Brussels sprouts that I cut in half. And I've got dehydrated mushrooms. 1/4 cup. And then I've got a bunch of different mushrooms. Not a bunch of different. I've got the bell aromas and the white mushrooms from Costco that I just sliced up and put in. So 2 cups of water, gold potato, baby carrots, Brussels sprouts, dehydrated mushroom, onion, celery, baby bellas, and shiitake mushrooms. That's it. Then sprinkle it with no salt seasoning. I've still got some of that. I haven't quite run out of my Kirkland no salt seasoning yet. And I'll sprinkle some of that in there and stir it up a little bit, and it'll be good to go. So, yes, everybody is busy. Well, and who knows? Maybe I'm not even on the internet with the way the wind's blowing out there. It smells good. I don't know. There's no garlic in here. I think I'm going to put some garlic. I always have to have garlic. Don't you think? That was a slip up on my part. So I'll put 2 garlics in it because that's 1 serving. So I'm going to make one for me, and then I'm going to make Steven's. And Tom uses noodles. But I'm not going to have noodles for me. I just had extra potato. So I'll make noodles for Steven. And I was at Costco today, so I got those ramen noodles. So that'll be fine. So here I'm just getting some garlic. Gotta have garlic in a soup. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I'd do without a little bit of garlic. If not a lot of garlic. I'm doing it the long way here. So is everybody that's watching the summit enjoying the summit? I just been really liking the speakers. They're so good. I ran out to the store today, got groceries, then we went walking. I've been ordering beans at Sprouts. I got 25 pounds of pinto beans today. 25 pounds of organic pinto beans. And since I bought it in such a big amount, she gave me 10% off. I thought that was a pretty good deal. And she ordered my organic soybeans special for me, which was really nice. There. Got a little garlic in there. So I'm going to put the lid on and set the timer for 4 minutes. So I'm going to bring down my Instant Pot. My 6-quart Instant Pot here. Plug it in. There we go. And put on manual for 4. Okay. That's ready. Now, I'll go ahead and start this. Because I can always stop it and take the... Jennifer! Hi, Jen. What you doing? So you made the dump soup? It looked so good when he served it up. I thought, both Steven and I said, hey, we got to have it. Hey, what was your workout? I worked out this morning. Good for you. I'm going to make Chef Bravo's Sunchoke soup now. So it's vegetable broth. So he starts out just with a 1/4 cup of vegetable broth to start cooking some of the stuff here. And I'm even doing it on the stove. How about that? I'll take a 1/4 cup here. And I got my homemade broth. Light weights. Finally using weights a little. Wow, good. And yoga stretch. I use light weights too. well, I use 5 pounds with my arms and just my body weight for squats and lunges. Okay, so quarter cup of broth, leeks, onions, celery, shallots, and garlic. So I got a couple of leeks at the store today, and I sliced them real thin. And those are going in, and I'll turn the screen so you can see what's going in my pot here after I look at what you've done. Starting to pack. Oh, good. How exciting, Jennifer. Very excited for you. All right, so here I'm cooking the leeks. So let me look here. It's leeks, onion, celery. Okay, here's again some celery and some shallot and the garlic. And then I got an onion. And here's an onion. You having that wind that we're having, Jen? Okay, so I just cooked this over medium heat. No wind, boy. We've got some pretty strong wind. In fact, I looked out at my little deck, and my grill was getting blown off the deck, and I caught it just in time before it went down the stairs. Crazy. Let's see, where's my cooking spoon here? What did I do with it? No, I'll use this one. Oh, here it is, right in front of my face. Okay, we need a little bit of a fan here. Oh, this looks great. You got to see this. Look at this. Doesn't that look awesome? It looks so good. I got to get my things set up so I can have something over the pot so you can see what I'm doing here. I didn't put my I can't think of the name of it. These leaves, bok choy. I didn't put my bok choy leaves in yet to my bok choy. I'm going to just put them in last for Tom's soup. What's your temperature? There. Oh, yes, 1 pound weights. That's great. Start light. That's what I did too. Yeah, I like bok choy too. I like all these things. I haven't had a leek in ages, so I think this is going to just be delish. Delish. So have you cooked with sunchokes before? Here's the sunchokes. And Melissa on Raw Food Romance, she just raves about them. Ooh, it's in the low 70s there. It actually got up to 50 here. But I think that wind is going to really start cooling things down. But they have taken away snow for the forecast. It is still going to get down into the 20s, but at least they've taken the snow away. That's ridiculous. So he says to cook this for 5 minutes, but don't brown it. So that's what I'm doing. I probably could do this in the Instapot, but I figured I'd do it this way. The sunchoke is the Jerusalem artichoke. And actually that's the Jerusalem artichoke they call the sunchoke. These are called sunflower chokes. And they're just the root, apparently, of the sunflower. So, and they're just real knobby. and light tan, and some of them get darker. And apparently, when you plant them, they get all over the garden. They spread like crazy. In fact, I might have had them here, and I didn't. I dug them up, and I didn't really see much root, so I just went ahead and dug them all up because they were just taking over all over. But when I used an app on my phone to identify it, and it said it thought it might be the Jerusalem artichoke. So live and learn, because they're supposed to be really flavorful. No, it's not an artichoke. It's a sunchoke. It's a root. Yeah, it's like the blackberry. Yep. Yeah, there's more than one of those, isn't there, Jen? All right. So I suppose that's been 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, you stir in the sunchokes. So in they go. Here we go. There's 6 cups of sunchokes. I was just watching, I looked up YouTube to see how people prepare them, to see if I needed to peel them, which would have been awful. Unfortunately, we didn't have to. But, it's just you just rinse them really well. Right now, it doesn't smell like much. And sunchokes, they're kind of like the raw people eat them instead of potatoes, because you can eat them raw. But I don't know. I've never had them, so I don't know what to say. Let's see what else here. Stir in the oh, and then the broth. So here's my broth, and that's my homemade broth that I'm tossing in there. That was 4 cups. This is almost enough here. So I'm just going to add some water to make this. I think it's 8 cups. Yeah. So now I want 3/4 here. There. So we got us a soup, don't we? Oh, you just made the mushroom wildlife with the homemade broth. How'd it turn out? I better turn this up a little bit, huh? So I think I got to bring it to a simmer. Increase the heat. Bring to a simmer. Okay. And then once I bring it to a simmer, I stir in some soy milk. He makes polenta croutons, but I ran out of polenta, and I forgot to pick it up today. I got a lot of stuff. Did you see my 25 pounds of pinto beans that I put on our picture page? Oh boy. Mushrooms. I'm going to put rice in with my soup, my dump soup. That's what we're going to have for dinner tonight. Okay, so this is done, the bok choy and the zucchinis. So I'm throwing in the bok choy leaves, and I'll put the top back on with the burner off, because I don't want it overcooking. Yeah. And I've got a potluck on Wednesday, so I'm going to make something with the pintos. Any suggestions? What should I make with them? Pinto beans. Well, a bean chili. That would be good. Maybe I'll do that. Got any favorite bean chilies? There's so many of them. Wasn't it? Oh, refried only without the fried for taco. Well, but for a potluck, I like to make a big pot of something so everybody can just grab some. With the refried, what would they? Yeah, chili, or I mean, I could make an enchilada dish, and they could just take pieces of that. Um, well, I'll look up some chili recipes because that'd be the easiest, just to throw a bunch of stuff in and then serve it. And I got some Muir fire roasted, no salt added, diced tomatoes, so I can throw that in. Oh, so the Instant Pot just came up to speed. It's still on though. It's not counting down yet. I'm not sure what that's about. Love that tomato. Yeah, me too. So good. Boy, it is blowing out there. The geese are out there. Let's see if you can see them. Nah, it's too glary. Can you see them out there? It's so amazing how the animals are out there. Yeah, I can't zoom in on them. Yeah. That's too bad. We should have something we can adjust so that it takes the glare, because I don't see any glare, but I can sure see it in the screen. The screen must be doing something. Well, this is still not coming up to a simmer. Sure looks good. Here, I'll show you. And that looked good. Man. Yeah, I ordered the soybeans. I ordered oat groats because I'm almost out of oat groats. Because now that Steven's eating them, they disappear really quick. I think he goes through like a quarter of them a day cooked. Let's see what else. I ordered some of the no salt fire roasted diced tomatoes, so I can always have them, because they were getting so sometimes they'd have them, sometimes they wouldn't. Now the last couple times they've had them, but I need to grab those. What else? Lentils. I ordered 25 pounds of organic lentils. So I looked them up on Amazon and they were, $10 more. So I figured I can get them locally, and then I just pick them up at the store, which I'm there every week anyway. So, yeah, I need some red lentils too, come to think of it. Boy, that last red lentil chili that we made was so good. And then for Emma's birthday, I mixed it with the cauliflower soup, or with the onion. It was going to be leek soup, but I didn't have any leeks at the time. And that was really good. So, and I'm going to make the jam bars. I've never made the jam bars. So I got some frozen blueberry, and I'm going to make chia jam, make those jam bars. We still got cobbler from Emma's, so we'll probably eat cobbler tonight. So now the Instapot's counting down. You haven't made the cobbler yet? Oh. Of course now, 3 days before, now you should be, hey, hi, Susanna. Are you home? Or are you in your car on your phone? Oh, not the jam bar. Oh, I haven't made them either yet. I thought you meant, I didn't read it right. Yeah. So Susanna, I just made Tom's dump soup, because it looked so good yesterday. I went out and got all the ingredients for it. Oh, the foodie is so good too. I don't know where that name comes from, but it sure is a fun rendition of the cobbler. I like it a lot. And I'm going to make the jam bars. I've never made them, so I got everything I need for the jam bars. Yeah, well, Tom's soup it's 2 more minutes in the Instapot, but it sure smelled good putting it in the Instapot. And then I've got the bok choy and the zucchini that I cooked on the stove. Yes, I love looking at your jam bars. So that's why I thought That's it. I've got to make it. And somebody on the summit today even posted the recipe. And I thought, I got to make those jam bars. So I'm going to do it. So Suzanne, if you can see, I'll show you. This is Chef Bravo's Sunchoke soup. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm bringing it to a simmer, and then I'm going to add a little soy milk to it, and that's pretty much his Sunchoke soup. There's leeks and onion and shallot in it, and some garlic, and a lot of sunchokes, and that's about it. I think mushrooms would be good in here too. But anyways, I usually make it their way, the first way, and then go from there. Oh, what are you going to make with your spaghetti squash, Jennifer? Oh, there goes Tom's Dump Soup. So does he do a quick release? I think he does, doesn't he? Let me look here. Let's see. Yeah, quick release. So let me release it. There we go. Let's go toot this one. I'm going to turn it off. And I've got a diverter here somewhere. Oh, what I got at Costco today. I got vanilla. And each one of these is a tablespoon of vanilla. So that would be a good deal. They were, a lot cheaper, like $17 for 10 of them, rather than $20 for less than 6 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so there's 10 tablespoons, so 30 teaspoons potentially. But I've never messed with vanilla beans, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I did see that, Susanna, that he said his new Instapot setting had new settings and a touch screen, but I didn't hear that he had an instant release or a quick release on it. That he could program it to quick release, but that makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, here's my diverter right here. Don't need it now. This is almost done. So Suzanne, I want to see those little pants that you got on you. That's going to be fun. Ooh, yeah. Tomato sauce or marinara sauce on spaghetti squash is so good. Yum. Tomato sauce with nice garlic and onion in it. Maybe some mushrooms. Mm-hmm. And the wild rice with mushrooms in it would be too good. So Jennifer, have you messed with vanilla beans? So I hope it's not too hard. Used to use them. Oh, good. Oh, Susanna, let me see. Send me a picture. Okay. So here's my soup. What? That looks good. Good. So here's the soup. And then let's see what he does now. So he cooks his noodles, but I'm not going to have noodles. Okay, so that's done. Remove the contents, dump the contents on top of the bok choy and the zucchini. Replace cover to keep warm. Okay. And I'm not going to eat this till dinner, so I'll go ahead and drain these, but I like to save the juice. Hot liquor. And I'll just dump this. So there's my zucchini and bok choy. And Let's get a mitt on here. And we'll just dump this out. And then my Sunchoke soup is simmering. Wait a sec. Let's turn that down. Settle down now. Getting too excited. Give that a second to settle down a little bit. Here we go. Dump this on here. Mine looks more cooked than his. Boy, those mushrooms smell so good. That umami. So nice. And then I add a little bit of rice too. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's my dinner. That's amazing. I will enjoy eating that. I'll do it in stages. But yeah, that's well cooked. I think I will not cook Stevens for that long. Our pot must cook longer or cook more thoroughly. Okay. So now back over here to Chef Bravo's creation here. Still simmering away. I've got 1.5 cups of soy milk. My homemade soy milk. And let me make sure here. Stirring, cook for 20 minutes. All right. Do it. We won't have to stay on for 20 minutes, but you get the idea here. Let's see if I can get this cord out of the way and maybe move this around the corner here. Let's see what I'm doing. There we go. Still quite a glare here. Yeah, it's soup. And it's wonderful stuff. Homemade vanilla and vodka in the past, but no longer consuming any alcohol. Oh, you already posted a picture. Oh, let me look. My phone's charging over here. Oh. Oh, Susanna. That looks so good. Cute. That's great. I love it. It's so much fun. 7 minutes on the trivet, cut in half widthwise. I don't pull out the gunk until after it cooks. It's easier. Same here. I cook the spaghetti squash and then pull everything out. Yes, you are ready for spring. That is awesome. That's amazing. What are you standing next to there? Oh, it's a heater or air mover. Right. Oh, I better set a timer because I'll never remember how much time has gone by, especially if we are talking. So let's see, 15 more minutes. There. Okay. Yeah. Are your pants all falling you off, you Jennifer? Yeah, fan in your bathroom. Yeah. It looked like that's what I should have said. A fan, an air mover. I said. Okay. Let's see what he says. So this is the book that I'm getting the recipes out for Chef Bravo, and I want to make his Hawaiian salad too, which is see where his salads are. So I got some stuff for that. Of course, I can't find the salads because I'm looking for them. Oh, there's the dressings, and the salads are just before. So the Hawaiian salad has jicama, grapefruit, green cabbage, mango, cilantro, sesames, and a mango ginger dressing. It has macadamia nuts, but I don't have those, so I won't worry about that. And actually, I don't have jicama this week either, but I do have daikon, so I'll use daikon. And he doesn't like just lettuce and tomato salads, which is great. It'll get me to use some different salads. He uses a lot of shallots. He likes to use high quality. Oh, and celery roots. Darn, I saw celery root today, but I didn't get it. Celery root slaw. It's got celery roots, orange juice, persimmons, pomegranate. Well, pomegranates are gone already. And mint and pecans. Oh, I'll skip the pecans though. So, anyways, there's a lot of interesting recipes in here. Jicama is, when you get a good one, it's sweet and crunchy, and it's really good. And it stays crunchy whether you heat it or eat it raw. And I just like it raw in my salad. And then daikon is like a oriental radish. It's a white long thing. I'll show you what it is. Daikon. Here's daikon, and it's delicious. It's just like a red radish, the round red radishes that we get. So, and this I just eat it raw, but you could cook it. I mean, root vegetables are really good. Even radishes are delicious roasted, which I never knew until I did Dr. B. So that's great that you're chopping onion, Jennifer. No, daikon, it's mildly spicy. I mean, it tastes just like a red radish, except it's a little bit milder, I would say. And I don't know, maybe they're different depending on which one you're chewing on. But that's what I've noticed so far, is that they tend to be milder. So, ooh, turnips. Well, actually, he cooks with turnips in here too. And again, turnips would be, if you're doing a root roast, a vegetable root roast, you can put turnips, rutabagas, potatoes, any of the root vegetables, you can roast them. I think he's got, here, let me look to see if he's got a turnip. Of course, you're going to be there, so you can look through his books. Turnip. No, I don't see turnip as the made word, but that doesn't mean there's not turnips in something that I could have sworn I saw turnips. But I was just going through it, while I was sitting there. So, of course, I can't remember what I saw specifically to be able to go back to it. He's got a sea vegetable and baked rice soup, wild mushroom with all kinds of mushrooms, portobellos, oysters, crimini, shiitake, yellow corn chowder, tortilla soup, mucha onion soup, potato leek soup, kabocha squash, and yellow curry soup. We got all kinds of stuff in here. So I just figure I'm going to try some. Roasted butternut squash with potatoes and turnips and onions. That would be awesome, Jennifer. I love roasted butternut squash. And I got some plantains. And so I baked a couple of plantains today. And they're so good when they're you wait until they're black and yellow, and then they're a little bit sweeter. Hi, Jimmy. Jimmy James. Day's going great. In fact, the wind died down outside, so that's a good sign. So I've seen that in the grocery store, but have never bought daikon. I get mine at the Asian store, but they have it in the regular Sprouts too, but I like it in the Asian store. So, ooh, the soup is getting nice and creamy. So he then puts this soup in the blender, but I'm just going to use the immersion blender and blend it up a little bit. But Stephen and I like chunkiness, so I'm going to leave it chunky. Hi, Jean. How you doing? Good to see ya. You were on Jonathan earlier. He's not feeling great about weighing in this week. Uh-oh. Usually he's not feeling that way because, well, I know the story. So he says he feels bloated, but I don't know. It's usually because he's had something that he doesn't usually. Cremini. Is that how you say that mushroom? Yeah, Jimmy James. So does that mean you're from the South? Hi, Deanna J. From Maine. Wow. So 5, 6, it's 7:48 there. Tips for the Sunchoke's digestive issue some can have. I can't find them in Canada. Guess I'll grow them myself this summer. Yeah, I was just watching a guy from Canada do a Sunchoke recipe on YouTube. And he says he grows them and they're really easy to grow there. They'll grow like a weed. I mean, I would imagine they'll grow anywhere out here. So I'm surprised you don't have them in the store. Oh my gosh, you got 5 feet of snow next to the window, Jimmy James. Oh, and here I'm fretting that we might get some flurries on Tuesday. Jeez. Yes, sunchokes are invasive. That's true. And I think I had them in my yard and I dug them all out. But the app that I had identified it as a sunchoke, but then when I pulled it up, the plant up, there was no sunchoke root. So, okay, Jennifer, no worries. Take the call. I'm done cooking, you guys. I did here, I'll show you my soup. Here's the soup that I made. This is Tom's Dump Soup. That's my rendition of it. And it smells delicious. And I used brown rice instead of his noodles. And then this is the Sunchoke soup that I made from Chef Bravo's cookbook. So, and I'm just simmering it for 6 more minutes. And then I'm going to immersion blend it a little bit. And that'll be done. So, that's it for today. Anything else? I was going to talk about something today, and I don't remember what it was now. I'm having so much fun cooking. But I'll think of it again, and I'll bring it up. The town plants some lookalikes near me. Well, these are actually sunflower chokes, and they were in Sprouts, and they weren't in a regular section. They were actually underneath the jalapeno peppers. So, but Sprouts, I didn't look in a regular grocery store. If you're near a regular grocery store, I suppose they wouldn't have them. Yeah. Have a good night, everybody. I think I'll get going. And oh, I got all of the ingredients for a mint julep. So maybe tomorrow I'll make a mint julep from the reboot. Take care, Susanna. So good to see you. I love that you're in mediums now. That's awesome. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to end the stream. It's always hard for me to say goodbye. But here I go.